Students, let's read this question. The question is, how are simple tissues different from the complex tissues in plants? So students, we know that in plants, the tissues are broadly characterized into two types. Tissues in plants are categorized into two types. The first is simple tissues, and the second one is the category of complex tissues. Now, how the simple tissues and complex tissues differ from each other? So we will see some points. The major differentiation between the simple tissues and the complex tissues is that the simple tissues are made up of only one type of cell that will perform common function. So simple tissues are those type of tissues which comprise of only one cell type. We can say they are made up of single type of cell, only one type of cell will be present that performs only one common function. So only one type of cell would be present and all the cells would perform similar one common function for the plant. And that bunch of cells would comprise the simple tissues. Now when I come to the complex tissues, which is contrary to the simple tissues, in complex tissues, very significantly, there are more than one type of cells. Because this is simple, why? Because only single type of cell is present. It is complex. Why complex? Because more than one type of cells are present in the complex tissues. They comprise the complex tissues. And all those different kinds of cells are able to coordinate together and hence then they perform one common function. So we can say that they are made up of more than one kind of cells. Different kinds of cells must be present. More than one kind of cells that coordinate together to perform one particular function. Why? Because they are tissues, and tissues comprise of different cells or same kinds of cells which will coordinate together to perform one particular type of function only. So they perform one particular function. So the major point of difference is that in simple tissues, only single type of cells is present, and in complex tissues, more than one kind of cell is present. Different types of cells are present. That is the difference between the simple tissues and the complex tissues in the plants. We can also give one example for each one of them. So an example of simple tissue is parenchyma. They comprise of only one type of cell. An example of complex tissues is xylem. Because xylem consists of four types of elements, four different types of cells, like xylem fibers, tracheids, vessels. So all the different kinds of cells, they are coordinating together to perform one particular function, that is to transport the water and minerals, which is xylem. So xylem tissue is a complex tissue and parenchyma tissue is a simple kind of tissue, simple tissue. So I hope you understood this.
Don't forget to like and subscribe.